Hello everyone, and welcome back to EchPlays on Mesh. Welcome back to the Sky Factory. It's another beautiful day here. On that factory in the sky, everyone. And there's a lot to go over, so let's get right into it. Awkward pauses aside, awkward intros aside, there's a lot to talk about because a lot has been done in between episodes. Oh, there's been a lot of waiting. I wanted to record more, but then I was like, there's a lot of stuff that just doesn't need to be on camera that I need to do before I can really do anything else of note. So, over here, let's talk about chickens first. It's like a custom now here on the series, where we talk about chickens and or chicken sex at the beginning of each episode to see what's going on with the chicken and chicken sex situation here on the Sky Factory. It's always a changing, dynamic situation when it comes to chickens and chicken banging here on the factory, as you all know. And as such, let's talk about it, okay? Let's go over it. So, as you can see, I built a new structure. We'll talk about that more in depth in a moment. Over here, however, we have a little thing called a Cobalt Chicken. The first one has just been born. The second one has just been born. The first one has grown up to adulthood and is now making the sweet unfertilized babies. This guy needs some seeds. Let's force feed him some seeds. I think I put some over here in this chest to get rid of some out of my inventory. Come to your daddy. Come to your father. I'm gonna just shove these seeds down your gullet. He's got 3 minutes left. I've also got, okay, so the way I'm doing this, my flow of work, is that I'm now working on getting the ones that I want to be tins, up the tins, one at a time, maybe two at a time. So right now, my current goal is to get coal chickens to 10. These chickens are my breeding chickens, so they're the ones that are giving me the updated eggs. These are the newest versions, so these are some 554s. Which I was going to add to these chickens, have 2 more on top of them, but I'm sort of reconsidering. It seems like maybe they breed a little bit more efficiently in 2s. Like, you can focus them a little bit more. So, as you can see, this chicken is an asshole, and he immediately runs to the furthest corner. 433 is what this guy is. So, as you can see, this is an upgrade. So, we're going to pop these little baby chickens in here. They have like a few days worth of time to really think about their life and what it could have been if they weren't sex prisoners in my sex chicken prisoner trade. 444, 433, 554. Boom. Okay, so we got the 2 best boys. We're going to stick this chicken into his coop because we don't want to accidentally murder him in the culling that happens now. Okay, so we now have these 2 Cobalt Chickens, and the reason I wanted the Cobalt Chickens is because we really want to eventually and soon work on some new tools and weapons. And I want to make them out of at least some of the pieces out of Cobalt, and I figure, you know what, a Cobalt Chicken is the best way to get that, in my opinion. The best in that it's more entertaining, because I liked the chickens. I like chickens. There's no getting around it. And the way I got that was I was able to breed, through a number of breeding situations, I was able to breed multiple 2 chickens together in a long line of chicken boning and incest in order to get the Cobalt Chicken. So if I go in and I type in Cobalt, you can see the Cobalt egg is a netherwort chicken and a gas tier chicken. So obviously I had to get both of those. And in order to get a netherwort chicken, I had to get a cocoa brown chicken and a glowstone chicken. Those 2 were pretty easy. It's just mixing some colors together that I hadn't already. And then, of course, the gas tier chicken is bone white and blaze rod chicken. We got the blaze rod chickens going a few episodes ago, I believe. And from then on, it's been pretty easy. So what is this boy right here? He's a 554 but we're gonna kill him. We're gonna murder him. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's clear out these eggs real quick. 644 and 5. I think we're gonna clear these and let them just make some new eggs once they're grown, because they're gonna give us better eggs than these. There's no point wasting our time. We'll go put these into the old dirt maker 5000 over here. Now let's talk about what else is going on over in the chicken situation. And it's this new building that I've sort of made for the future. Started. It's going to have at least 1 more. Hopefully we can fit another 2 rows of this. And obviously on the back side of this row, we're going to have more coops. So it's going to be 4 facing this way, and then on this side 4 more nesting pins facing that way. And in each we're going to have all of our tins. We're not going to put anything over here that isn't a 10-10-10 score. Perfectly bred chicken. So right now we have 4 tin iron, and we're not going to have probably not going to have 4 of each of every kind of chicken. We'll maybe have 1 tin of a lot of them, and maybe 2 tins of some other ones. But for these, we got iron. You have 4 tins. And as you can see, I've filled it up so that it can only give us iron. That's not to say it's not producing other things. It's just that it's not crowding up the inventory with it. It's just pretty much deleting feathers and chicken poop whenever it makes it. And as you can see, these tins are quite the beasts in terms of creating the product. So we've got 4 iron chickens, 4 tin redstone chickens, and 4 blaze rod chickens that are all tins. And eventually, hopefully, we'll have at least 2. But once you have tin chickens, it's pretty easy to multiply them. You just take the eggs from them. They're always going to be tin eggs. And you can breed as many as you want, assuming you have the patience. So, yeah. Who knows? We might just have 2 coal chickens, but I think we're probably going to go with 4 coal chickens eventually. These 2 guys are banging too. They sometimes make a nether wart, but we don't really need them that much. We're just going to let them do their thing over here. And I'm not sure, after that, I'm not sure what sort of chicken is going to be next on the old Listerino. But I really want maybe a nice soul sand chicken upgrade would be good. I think we have a soul sand chicken. Yeah, here he is. He's creating soul sand, but not at an alarming rate. It should be noted that he is a 3-3-3, which is pretty good. Oh god, he's been sucked. He is a 1-1-1, so maybe we can go ahead and just pop this in here. Why not? All right, so soul sand chicken. He's on there now. Okay, now next, let's go. What else is okay? Is this thing on? No. Okay. Don't want to waste power. So, okay, let's look at our clipboard here, because I've made a few lists here. If I go back to page 1, you can see that we've accomplished all of our blood magic to-dos goals, plus some. And then we go down, and you can see there's a new list, tools to-do list. We need the Cobalt Chicken. We got it. Cobalt Pick and Sword reinforcements. And the reason we have reinforcements, because that is how you get an unbreakable item or tool, is to add reinforcements to them to the point where until they have the unbreakable feature on them. And that is one of the goals in the achievement book. And then we need to make a matic, which is another achievement in the book. And the void miner is also a thing. But what we're going to be trying to do today is over here. We're going to be working more with blood magic. Now that we're 8 minutes in, we can finally get on to what the main focus is hopefully going to be in this episode, which is blood magic and finishing this row, this tier that I've painstakingly, quite literally, made myself bleed many a times to get enough of these blank runes to make the 4th tier of our blood altar. The only thing that's missing are the caps that go on top of this. Now, I think it goes, there's these blocks called, I don't remember what they're called. They have the word blood in them, as most things in this mod pack do. Large bloodstone brick go on top of these 4 corners. And that will create, hopefully, a tier 4 altar. So we have this by itself is a tier 1, and then this row around it makes it a tier 2, and then this row with glowstone caps makes it a tier 3, and then this row with the bloodstone bricks on top make it a tier 4. And then you go down again, and this next row requires, I think, beacons on the corners of them. And then on this end, I don't remember what it is, but you know what? It's not in the cards for now, so there's no point really worrying about it. So what I've done is I've also managed to grab another demonic will, because I think we're going to need to put it inside of this Hellfire Forge that I've made, next to this alchemy table that I've made. I think we're going to have to put it in here with some other stuff to get the weak blood shards that we need to make these bloodstones. So we only need one because obviously it gives us 16 of these things for one recipe, which is fantastic actually. So if I go in here and I look into it, I think what happens is we need to make a bound blade or something. Bound blade, yes. So we need a bound blade, and we need to kill stuff with the bound blade in order for it to drop those little shards. So in order to get this, we need to do some mess, an arcane array thing, and use a binding reagent with a diamond sword to make a bound blade. So if I click on this, you can see that in the Hellfire Forge, using... Oh, you know what? The demonic will may not be what we need here, but we'll look into it in a second. But you can see that the rest of the materials are pretty standard. Glowstone, redstone, gunpowder, and gold nugget. So if I click on this, I'm not really sure what's happening here. Greater, you know what is it called? A Tartaric Jim. I just want the smallest. Tartaric. I think it was... Oh, shit. You know what? I'm going to have to... I think this is like the one that it was showing was the smallest and was simple. Tartaric Jim. What is the difference? Why does it use itself in its own recipe? It doesn't matter. So, Petty Tartaric Jim. Demonic Will Crystal. I don't quite understand, if I'm being honest, but that was an option. Okay, so I think we can make this if we put a demonic will in this thing along with this stuff. So this is glass. Okay, we need redstone, glass, and a lapis. So redstone, glass. Do we have glass in here? Yeah. And a lapis, and I think it was glowstone, which I have some in my inventory already. Okay, grab that real quick. So it was gold. That's what it was. Gold. Okay. Gold ingot. No problem. And this is not exactly what this thing says. But it should be doable. So redstone, gold, glass. Okay, gold, redstone, lapis, glass. Oh, I see. This thing powers it, I guess, and then these things combine into this. Oh, that's actually... It's not as confusing as it first seems, because the problem being that this thing doesn't exactly... isn't exactly as ornate as this, is it? But once you figure it out, you can sort of see what's happening. Fair enough. So we now have a petty Tartaric Jim. So if I click on this, I need a common, which is a lesser in there with something in the middle, along with an imbued stone, a diamond, and a block of gold. So an imbued stone is reinforced slate in this with 5,000 LP and a tier 3, which we have. Reinforced slate is a blank slate. So I think it's just the same thing, except you just leave it in there for longer with more blood. So if we can do that, let's make this dream a reality, I guess. Let's go cut ourselves a little bit over here on the altar. I'm not trying to be edgy. It's just this is what this mod has come to at this point. This is what it requires of me, and I'm not about to let it down. Okay? So let's make this dream a reality. First, let's put a few things up. I don't really need a lot of this stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and put this raw meat into the oven because we're going to need all the food we can get. I'm going to throw these eggs into the abyss of immediately. I never did answer my own question, which was, can I somehow rig a smeltery to be in a spawning situation where it's constantly spawning monsters around it and they're falling into it and cooking into blood? And if that blood from a smeltery, a tinkerer's construct or tinker tools blood will work in the blood altar. If so, that would be amazing if you could do that. Who knows? I guess if anybody knows, leave it in the comments, but I might look it up or I might try it. Who knows? Who effing knows? I know there's blood tanks, and you may be able to transfer blood from that thing into one of these the magic blood tanks. We'll see what happens. So first things first, I need a little bit of stone, smooth stone. So let's grab a few of them just for just in case, you know, and we need some extras. And I just need to bleed. I just need to bleed a lot on this thing. So once this happens, so it's what is it? 1,000 for the first one, which is 5 damages, 5 hearts of damage, because each heart of damage you put into this is 200 LP, so 5 obviously is 1,000, which means I need to do it a lot. I need to do it a lot, which is not a great thing, because I guess what I could do is take it out after it turns into a normal one, because I don't think it's going to matter, you know? I don't think it matters if you take it out and put it back in. So what we'll do is I'm going to go ahead and just give it 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that'll turn it into a standard rune. And then I will wait for the FPS to drop and come back. And then I'm going to eat an entire cooked chicken just for myself. Fantastic. And then I'm going to grab this bad boy. What a bad boy it is. And then I'm going to get myself some more health. Okay, so if I click on this again and I go to this, 2,000 LP turns it into the reinforced slate. Okay. And then if I click you on this and go to this, then 5,000. So I can turn it into, I can get the tiers with just another 5. So if I put this back in and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I go ahead and eat, by the time this blood is gone, it should be at the next tier of whatever this thing is. Are you serious right now? Maybe I'm confused. Or maybe it just is just short of it. I'm just gonna keep doing it. Okay, it's now a part of it's the next thing. So I think what we can do here is I'm gonna leave it the way it is for now. I'm gonna loot it. And now I'm going to go and look around for the special good stuff known as a golden apple, because it'll let me consecutively make a few things. So apple, we've got 1. Now, actually, let's see. I could make some of these, but I don't know if I want to. There is a lot of gold in the system. It wouldn't hurt, probably. All right, there's none over here. There is some apples, though. How many we got? 9? You know what? We can make a couple more of them. Why not? Because we're at the point now that we're already having to change things like redstone and iron into the block form to save room in here. So if I go in here, like you can see I have 347 redstone blocks now instead of like I had like thousands and thousands of redstone before. So save space. Anyway, gold ingots. All right, we need 8 per apple. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go to 16 of these. Beautiful. Now if I do this and just put 2 in here, there's 3 golden apples for our pleasure. Now I'm not going to use it yet. I'm going to use it after I've given myself another session of bloodletting here on the old Altarino. And once we get to a natural full health, I will go ahead and do it again. And then I'll pop a golden apple and hopefully get another few out of it. You got this, baby. Let me get that good health. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then as soon as this thing goes down again, I can't. Come on. Why isn't it? Here we go. Here we go. This thing is... I kind of wish it would use it slower so I have time to regen health. I guess at this point I should be like killing other things to use its blood, but what are you gonna do, you know? That was a close one. Just look how fast it uses it. It's insane. And the reason it's bad is because when it goes smoky like that, it's not like staying at this level that it was in terms of the progress towards whatever the next form is. It's losing progress while it's smoky. And look, it's just insane. Like, what am I supposed to do? Ugh. It's pretty bad. It is pretty bad. Yeah, I don't know if this is doable for us right now. I don't know how much we're losing is the thing. Like, I'm not sure if it's worth... If I'm losing as much as I'm gaining, or if it's losing slower or what. I don't have the sigil, I guess, is the problem. I need this... There's a thing you can use on this thing to check the stats on it. It's one of these bad boys. Divination, I think, is the one. An alchemy array. So, redstone with a blank slate and arc ashes used to draw an alchemy circle. Okay. Well, I can try making this and see what happens. We're all you know, we're all here doing this together. Whenever I bleed, you bleed. And that's fact. So I need some ashes, I think. Alright, so it's bone meal, redstone bone meal, gunpowder, coal. No problem. Redstone, bone meal, gunpowder, coal. And then hopefully this thing still... I don't know if there's a limit to how many times we can use that thing, but hopefully... So redstone, red, white, gray, black. Red, white, gray, black, and boom. Use that boy's demonic will for power. Nice. So, okay, I've done it. Sure, I've done it. So do I need to put redstone somehow in this? Okay, I've clicked it with redstone. And then I need to... Divination. I think this is the one. A blank slate. Okay. I'm going to go make one of those because I don't want this thing downgrading. Or I don't even think you can downgrade it. So the reinforced slate, obviously not exactly where we wanted it to be, but at this point, you got to take what you can get, you know? It is the second level of what we need. Which is not good, great, or even meh. It's pretty bad, but whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, this thing is going to give us a blank slate. Hopefully we can just throw this thing on there. I don't know how this works. I'm probably doing it wrong, and that's okay. I'm trying my best. That's all that matters. Cut me some slack. Do I just throw it on there? Or do I click on it with it? It's doing a thing. Oh, God. Oh, wow. It's not making any noises, which is unfortunate, but it's like a fucking ZZ Top laser light show over here, boys. We now have a Divination Sigil. It's all pretty okay once you, like, learn the basics. It's not too bad. Is this the right thing? It's not the right thing, though, is the thing. I picked the wrong sigil. Peer into the soul, which is not actually what I wanted. Is it actually called a sigil? I think the sigil is what we want. It's like a yellow one, too. Sigil of haste? I don't think so. Sigil of blood lamp. I see light. Air, water, lava, void. Green grove, blood lamp. Elemental affinity. Deactivated, it says. Magnetism, suppression, haste, fast minor. See your sigil when seeing all is not enough. Maybe that's it. Phantom bridge, whirlwind. Compression. Ender severance. Of holding, teleposition sigil, transposition sigil, feel the power of the force, my young apprentice, sigil of the claw, elasticity, and winter's breath. So, I don't know if any of these things are it, but I'm willing to give it a shot. So I'm gonna look it up instead of just guessing. I'm going to look it up instead of guessing, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Wait. Maybe it's because I have chat off. Yeah, it is. I'm real dumb, is the thing. Confirmed. So tier 3, at least we know now that it's actually tier 3 and I have built this thing correctly. Current essence 0, current capacity 10,000. So maybe the better way to do this is to not have anything in there and just save up 10,000 and or however many that is. 5,000 LP for this thing to get to imbued Slate. So maybe if I save up 5,000, and we can even see if it has like a natural degradation where it's losing some over time. So if I do this just even like 2 times and I click on this, we can see that it's 400. And it doesn't seem to be losing any. So if I go ahead and make myself a few more golden apples and we can get this thing up to 5,000, then we won't have any issues. So let's go ahead and make some more gold. We'll just make 2 more this time as well. All right, 2 golden apples to help a growing boy cut himself. Fantastic. Now, let's go ahead and do the same thing where we eat cooked chicken to get a boost, the initial boost, so we don't waste a golden apples regen until we're in the process of mutilating, self-mutilation and stuff. It's quite the old, it's quite the mod. I will say that. It's got a lot to it. There's a lot of self-mutilation, just like like an unnecessary amount of self-mutilation going on right now. Maybe that's my fault. Maybe it's because I haven't really given myself the tools to cut other people for their blood. But, you know what? We're just going to live with our lot in life that we've made for ourselves. This is the bloody, filthy, bloody bed that we've made for ourselves. We're going to sleep in it, okay? And the other night, because it's getting cold here, my nose is super dry, so it just started pouring blood. I could have used all that, actually. I didn't think about it. Just shoved some toilet paper up there. It was very disgusting, and there was an ample amount. At least 1 blank rune worth of blood came out of my skull that evening. But unfortunately, I didn't think about it. You know? Oh, thanks for sticking through that story. All right, now, I'm going to eat a pork chop. I'm going to eat a pork chop. And then I'm going to double check this. Okay, it's still 400, so we're confirmed, not losing any over time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Don't have to count them, but I like to. Now we have 2,600. We're already almost halfway there. Living on a prayer. Blood altar. Is that what Bon Jovi was singing about in that song? Was he singing about sacrificing his body juice to the blood god? Who knows? I think probably. I think the answer is probably. Let's see here. We now have the goods. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We have 4,600. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Let's eat a pork chop. It's the best chop-related food, but I don't know if it's the best cut of meat from an animal. It's a decent meal, a pork chop. Right. So we now have everything we could ever want. If everything we have ever wanted was blood-based. Right, we have 6,400 LP. Now, let me double check this because I don't want to screw this up. So it's 5,000 LP on a tier 3 altar. We confirmed that we have a tier 3 altar. All we should have to do now is place this bastard on here and let it suck up that good blood power. Assuming that is the correct way to do it, we should have an imbued thing. An imbued thingy. Look at it. It's making little smokies. That's nice. And it's done it, I think. I think it's done it. We got an imbued slate, boys. All right. So what the hell were we even doing with this? At this point, I don't know, okay? At this point, I've forgotten completely what we're doing. How much left do we have in there? We have 1,400 leftover life points or whatever. Fantastic. So now we have this thing. What the hell were we doing with it? I think we were making a common Tartaric Jim. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, it's this one. So the lesser Tartaric Jim into a common one. We have a petty one. So if I go back in here and I look at this bad boy, a lesser Tartaric Jim is a petty in this thing with a block of lapis, a block of redstone, and a diamond. Man, imagine having to use a block of redstone in this back in the day before I was redstone rich. Boy, am I redstone rich, though. Real rich with that redstone. Okay, let's lapis block, and a diamond. No problem. I'm so effing rich, boys. So rich that my demonic magic isn't even scratching the surface. Alright, so it was a diamond, and then it was this thing? Is that right? I don't remember if that's true. If this is the correct thing. Oh, it was this, and then this guy. Diamond. Okay, this should be fine. This should work. Maybe this guy's... maybe I'm confused. Maybe I put it... Oh, wait. Maybe I put the wrong thing in there. Let's check it again. We'll check it for the 8th time. Okay. So, this guy. It's a lapis lazuli block, a block of redstone, a diamond, and a petty Tartaric Jim with one of these things powering it. We have a demonic will... I don't know what it wants from me. Maybe this thing is no longer a good boy. Is that a thing that could happen? Is it no longer a good boy? I mean, it seems like petty Tartaric Jim, a diamond, a lapis lazuli block, a block of redstone with a demonic will or one of these other things will turn it into a lesser thing. That's it. That's what it's supposed to be. I'm not lying. I'm not lying, son. I know what I'm seeing here. Wait. We got some other option down here too. Except... it does not feature... wait, no. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm dumb. Yeah, this is the only option we have. It's the Hellfire Forge. We've got all the stuff in here correctly. So, what is the deal? What is the dealio here? Like, maybe I have to do something to this before it can work. The gym is used to contain a little will. Maybe I have to fill this thing up before I can turn it into something else. That seems like it makes sense. So, how do I get will into this bad boy? Contains raw will. Okay, so let me look that up real quick. I'm assuming I'm going to have to kill someone in a very specific way in order to get this. So let's see the exact means of murder that we have to commit in order to make this dream a reality. I'll be right back. Okay, so I think all we have to do is kill things with the snare or a sentient weapon, and it will automatically store will inside of the gym. So if I can get some more of those rudimentary snares built, because I've used them all, then we should be good to go. Rudy. And we'll build 8. Why not? And we will go, I guess, you know what? We're going to try to sleep. I think it's daytime, but well, we can sleep. We're going to turn the fans off. We're going to continue eating, but we're mostly going to just fly away. Well, we'll check on our chickens while we're over here. We need to let them spawn without dying so we have some stuff to work with inside of that thing. Also, we probably need to go around the back before we mess with this and get some arrows out of the chest because I want to use the bow to kill these things so we don't have another situation like we had a few episodes ago, which led to me just perishing, or not perishing, but blowing up a large chunk of the mob spawner with the creeper. I don't know what happened to all of my... I've been looting... Oh, maybe they've just getting sucked into this thing before I can actually loot them. Let's go make some arrows then, I guess. Let's make some arrows while we wait. So, yeah, we're going to hit him with the snare, then hit him with an arrow. Do we have any arrows? No. Arrow. Give me that. We'd have... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are you serious about this fletching? Why would I want to make this way? Is a good question. This is the one. There we go. There's a stack of them. Alright, we got it. We're good to go. So now we'll fly away. We'll check on our chickens. When we get back, there should be a whole slew of boys in there ready to get murdered. And then we'll do it. We'll commit it. We'll commit to the murder. So let's check the coal chickens. We have 665, 676, 776. That's the one. The 776 is the one. And we'll put... Why? I ducked and clicked instead of just clicking. And now there's a dead chicken splattered across the floor. Alright, soul chicken. Hey, soul chicken. You go in here. You go in here. We now have an upgraded soul sand chicken. For better or worse, till death do them part. Let's go ahead and turn this bad boy on for a spell. This is what... You're basically seeing what I do off camera now. I just do this. I watch chickens bang. I make sure that everything is upgraded to the fullest extent of chicken bangery. Then I come over here. What was that? Well, something inside of this thing broke. It's the hoe. The damn hoe broke. And then I let this thing run for a second. I don't know why it needs a hoe. I guess it's just a way to arbitrarily cost you something. Okay. Eventually, we could probably put an unbreakable hoe in there, and it won't ever break. I just said the word. I put the word how in there because I'm dumb as hell. For now, though, another diamond hoe will have to do. Alright, we'll we'll put this in there, and then it'll do its job. And this is it. This is my routine. I come over here, I let this thing run, and then I turn it off once it's done, because it uses so much power. And then I come over here and watch them make sweet, sweet love and make children. And then I kill them in front of the children and replace them with the children. And then I just like go over here and cut myself dozens and dozens of times for very little reward. You know, that's my life. That's my life off camera. So now you know the hell that I live. The real hell that I live. Thank you. Hopefully you're commiserating at home. Alright, let's turn that off. Now we will go and put a bunch of crap into this chest. So we have a room again. And like that. And some of that. A little bit of this and some of this. Perfect. Okay. Now, we're back on the warpath. Here's the plan. Let's go check inside, see how many boys are in here. How many creepers, mostly, because we gotta kill those creepers first. Okay, here we go. We're gonna make the murder hole. We're gonna try our best to... Why would it blow up? I'm so confused. It blew up way back there. What caused it? I'm so done, dude. I've done this a number of times since last time, and I don't know what that was, to be honest. Think you can fucking snipe me? Is this what you think is happening right now? I just hit her with 2 of those by accident. So we have a little bit of a thing in there. This, honestly, we're gonna... I killed it by accident there. Hey, who are you? Fight me. So I picked up the demonic will, and that's when it gave me a smidgen of stuff inside of this gym. Alright, I need to fix this before we do anything else, I guess. I'm gonna turn the fans on. And also, it should be noted that it just seemingly destroyed one of these fans. I'm going to stick these in here until I... Oh, God. I'm going to be honest. I don't know why a creeper that was this far back blew up for no reason. But I'm disappointed. And I'm going to die because of, I turned the fan back on and I put all the upgrades in it so it could actually blow me away that far away. I deserve that. You know what? I deserve all of this. I almost jumped off the edge thinking I still had flight, which is really good. So things are going really well. I think that's a great place to end this episode because if I don't, I'm going to actually die in real life. So... just keep that in mind and keep me in your prayers, whether you're praying to some sort of high lord or, you know, some sort of witch god or the Lord Satan himself, the red boy down the stairs. I hope you all pray for me. Thank you guys for watching. Next time we will be using this gem to create a sword in which we will go to the nether and probably kill a bunch of pigmen with, because that is actually somehow easier than using our mob spawner to kill stuff with. And that'll be next episode. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this meandering episode in which we try to figure out stuff we don't know anything about. And we did accomplish a little bit. We learned a little bit about blood magic. That's pretty good. And we also talked about chickens a lot, and also their penises and their vaginas. Not explicitly those things, but, you know, those things are involved in the things we talked about. So if you guys liked the episode, hit the like button. If you like the channel and you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. And as always, the best way to help, you can always share this video with your Minecraft-loving deviant friends on your personal Discord, on your Twitter, whatever. Just share this bitch. I'll see you guys next time on the Sky Factory.